Hello and welcome to ASTA Academy lecture series. We looked at the module notes on linear equation in two variables. So today we are going to look at some example problems on this topic. And I have collected the examples, of wide variety of difficulty, ranging from easy to medium to little harder ones. So here is your first question, which says, what is the y-intercept of the line y is equal to 3x minus 7. Well, we know that for y-intercept, what is 0? X is 0. So all we need to do here is put x is equal to 0 in this equation, which is given. So you are going to get y is equal to 0 minus 7, which is equal to minus 7. And you just scan through it quickly. The answer is A, minus 7. So answer is A. Okay. Second question, if you look at it, it says what is the slope of the line y is equal to minus 4x plus 9. So this is a very easy question. It is asking you to identify what is the intercept and what is the slope. Okay, so the coefficient of x is actually the slope. So you can directly say that the slope is equal to minus 4. So the answer is going to be A. Okay, this should not take you more than 5 seconds. Okay. Come to the next question. Okay, which line is parallel to y is equal to 3x minus 5? Okay, what is the condition of lines being parallel, if you remember? Okay, I'm just going to give you those here. M1 is equal to M2 and intercepts different. Intercepts not same. Okay, I'm just writing it here. Okay, so these were the conditions. So what is the slope of the line that is given to you? Slope is 3. Okay, in this question m1 is equal to 3. So now you just scan all the choices and find out which equation has a slope is equal to 3. Okay, so you see that answer is going to be C, because the coefficient of x is 3 in option C. Okay, again, this should not take you more than a few seconds. Okay, very easy question, this one. The next one we come to is on the perpendicular lines. It says which line is perpendicular to y is equal to 2x plus 4. Okay, so here we quickly note that m1 is equal to 2. So what should be m2 of a perpendicular line? Flip, change sign, reciprocal. Negative reciprocal is going to be minus half. All right, just scan through, find out which equation has minus half as the coefficient of x, which is D. So D is your answer. Okay. Now come here. This is a slightly complicated problem. Okay. Read the question first. A pool is being filled at a constant rate. Okay. Constant rate is something very important in this question. Okay. After 3 hours, it contains 450 gallons, and after 7 hours, it contains 1050 gallons. Okay. How many gallons per hour is the pool being filled at? Okay. So now, first things first, I would like to note that here is that constant rate means the system we are looking at is linear. So we can use the linear equation concept. Okay. There are two variables involved: independent, dependent. What is independent? Independent is x, which is time here. Okay, in hours. What is y? Y is the volume. Okay, in gallons. So these are the two things we have to quickly note down, or keep in your mind, that this involves two variables, x and y. X is the time, y is the volume. Okay. Now the tank is being filled at a constant rate. All right. That means the relationship will be linear or of a straight line. Okay. Now the data that are given to you is that at 3 hours capacity is this much, or the volume is this much, and at 7 hours the volume is this much. So essentially what is given to you are the two data points. Okay, so you have first one is 3,450 at x is equal to 3, y is equal to 450 gallons. Similarly, another point that is given is 7,1050. So you have a system on xy plane where 2 points are given. What you are asked is you have to give the rate, how many gallons. So what you have to find out is the gallons per hour, which is nothing but the slope of the linear relation between x and y. How do you find the slope? Well, now once you have figured it out, it's a piece of cake. So m is going to be equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay, which is 1050 minus 450 divided by 7 minus 3, okay, which is 600 divided by 4 if you calculate, and it will be equal to 150 gallons per hour. So this is SPR type of question. So you're going to write 150 here. Okay. So you see that this question involves certain calculations, some thinking, word problem, in context problem. So little on the higher side. Okay. I would still say it is a medium complexity. Okay. Now come to the next question. Okay. Which says which equation represents the line through 4, 1. So you have a situation where the line is passing through this point and it is perpendicular to this. Okay. So if you have this line given, you have to find perpendicular to this and the point is given to you. All right. How do you do that? Well, the point is given through which the line is passing and its slope is also given. What is the slope? Well, it is perpendicular. So you have m1 is equal to 1 by 2. So what will be the slope of the line which is perpendicular to this one? It will be flip negative, so minus 2. Okay. All right. So now you have a situation where you know that the slope of the line which you have to find is minus 2 and it passes through this. Okay. How can you do that? Well, you can do the point slope form. Okay. You can do the point slope form of the equation. Okay. If you did that, it will be y minus y1, which is y minus 1 is equal to slope times x minus x1, which is x minus 4. Okay. 4 and 1 is the point and minus 2 is the slope. So you solve it, you will have minus 2x plus 8 on the right hand side. Bring the 1 on the other side, you will have y is equal to minus 2x plus 9. So that tells you that C is the answer. C is the answer. Okay. So this is the way to solve this problem. Okay. In which you have utilized the data that are given to you. However, okay, however, in this problem, you actually do not need to go through all these calculations. Okay. You just scan through all the choices. Okay. You have already found out that M2 or the slope of the line is negative 2. Just scan through all the choices and pick up if there's only one choice with m is equal to minus 2, which happens to be C. So I don't need to carry out any of this actually, and I can directly pick up the answer, okay, within a few seconds. Okay, so you have to be smart. You have to use the tricks to save time. Okay, so these are the different types of questions that will come. All right. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to stress upon certain common mistakes that many students make on SAT and how we can avoid those. Let us look at those. Number one, mixing up x and y in the slope formula. Remember, what is the slope formula? It is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. So the differences of y comes in the numerator and the differences of x's comes in the denominator. Okay. Maybe in a hurry or maybe in the nervousness, sometimes you just flip those. Okay, you find out the difference y2 minus y1 correctly, you find out the difference x2 minus x1 correctly, but you just flip them in a hurry. Okay, so your answer is going to be wrong. So be careful, be calm, and put the differences in y on the top and differences in x in the bottom. Okay, so this is one mistake people do. Another mistake is forgetting to flip the sign for perpendicular slopes. Okay, this is very common. Okay, if the slope is m1 is given to you as negative 2.5, okay, what will be the slope of a line which is perpendicular to it? It's going to be 5 by 2. Okay, and not minus 5 by 2. Sometimes students will take minus 5 by 2. Okay, so you have to change the sign, whatever it is. If it's positive, perpendicular line slope is going to be negative. If the given line is negative sloped, then the slope of the perpendicular line will be positive. Third type of mistake is confusing with the parallel and perpendicular lines. All right. This is also very important because you have to read the question very carefully. All right. Parallel essentially means you have same slope. So if you see the two lines, they have same slope, it's parallel. Sometimes what can happen is in the mind you are thinking right, but when you are picking up an answer, you are making a mistake. Okay, so that should not happen. Okay, so be very calm and careful about not getting confused in parallel and perpendicular lines. Misidentifying the y-intercept in the real world problems. Okay, what happens is in the real world problems, you will be given some sentences in which some data will be hidden. Okay, as we have said already, that what is the y-intercept when x is 0. Okay, usually it will be written as the starting point, initial value, fixed fees. All right, so that will be your y-intercept or the constant value in the equation. Okay, don't confuse it with the slope or the rate of change. Okay, so you will have constant part is equal to fixed value and rate will be equal to the slope in the line. All right, so you have to write down the data correctly. Errors with negative coordinate. This is a very common mistake committed by many students. Okay, so when you are given negative coordinates, let's say you are given 8 comma minus 5, okay, and you have to do y2 minus y1. All right, and then you have another one is, let's say, 7 and 8. Okay, these are the two. So you have to do y2 minus y1. What will be? It will be 8 minus minus of 5. Okay, and divided by 7 minus 8. Okay, so you see that you have to take them as it is, 8 minus of minus 5 and then 7 minus 8 when you're calculating the slope. Okay, so it will be 13 on top and minus 1 down here. All right, so the slope will be minus 13. Okay, so this is what I'm actually talking about. Okay, consider the negative coordinate as it is and the minus sign in front is separate. Okay, so don't get confused there. The last type of mistakes many students do is on not converting the forms when it's needed. Okay, you may be given that sometimes standard form 3y, I'm sorry, let's say 3x plus 4y is equal to 12, and you are asked to find the slope. Okay, sometimes in a hurry what people may do is they may do 4y is equal to minus 3x plus 12. Okay, you're converting it into that form, and then you will take it as minus 3 as the slope. All right, or you don't even convert it, you say the coefficient of x is the slope, so you will take 3 as the slope, plus or minus. No, you have to convert it into the slope intercept form, which is mx plus b. Okay, once you do that, you will know that the equation here will be minus 3 by 4x, okay, plus 3. All right, so the slope is going to be minus 3 by 4. Okay, so these are the 5-6 different types of common mistakes. We should be wary of these and be careful, be calm, do the things accurately. My suggestion would be that you focus on the accuracy and then work on the speeds later. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this lecture as much as I have enjoyed teaching you. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.